Welcome to Mobility Loading. This is first one. I did this before with doing moves, exercises, a class that gives us a warm-up, gives us then exercises to work on our balance, strength, coordination, all dealing with the sticks, and then cools us down. I figured today we start off with 5 moves that really work the foot. I don't know where I'm gonna take this, but I know how big of a change these sticks have made in my life. So these videos are gonna incorporate the sticks and then different aspects as well, even without the sticks, that deal with mobility, moving better. I know I have my personal journey that I need with mobility. And what is mobility? Being able to control our movement, the range of our movement, the strength that it takes to move. And that's what this will be. So we're gonna start off with some footwork, right? And the first thing we'll do is foot rolls. So with your stick, you're gonna have it on the ground, and you're simply gonna place your foot on top of the stick, and you're gonna roll it out. Here, since this is the first exercise, right, I would not give too much tough love into it. I like to say, have that gnarly feeling, right? For me, right now, it's 7:39 in the morning on a Saturday, and I'm just showing it some love. Now, if you finished a workout, right, or it's the end of the day, then I would really focus on doing more of a tough love massage. But at this point, let's just warm up that fascia on the bottom of our feet. And here I'm going about 1 to 2 inches forward and back. I'm letting my toes be relaxed. I'm gonna go back to my right foot, and here maybe get a little bit more of the balls of my feet. Get a little bit more of the inside of my foot, right? And you're finding which spots are discomfort, right? I don't like to use the P word too much. I mean, because it's not pain, but there's discomfort, right? And that's just how pliable our foot is, and that fascia is. Then get a little bit more of your heel. And you're doing this about 30 seconds on each foot, switching feet 2 times. So now the bottom of our feet warmed up. Next move we're gonna do is supported toe flexion and extension. Here I'm holding on to the stick, and I'm just putting the tops of my toe into the ground for toe extension. And I'm holding it there. Think about if you're wearing heels, right? And you're probably always in that toe extension. This would be a good time to work on that flexion, curve that toe. It also gets the top of your feet. It also gets into your shins. And you're using the stick for support on the foot that's going up, right? So it's not my left foot, because then my right foot would be supporting it as well. So your left foot's the base, stick is support, and you're just pressing the top of your toes into the ground. You're trying to stretch your shin, get close to your callus here. And now we go back to the other side, and we're working more on toe extension. And currently I'm dealing with arthritis, ligament tear, and a chronic fracture, at least according to MRI last summer. So there's pain in my toe. So I'm being very kind, gentle, but I'm still moving it around, right? I still need that thing to move around. I need to not aggravate it. I need to let it rest, but I also need it to move and get some blood flow there. We know with the feet that it's tough to get a lot of good blood flow into some of those smaller joints. I'm gonna do the right foot now. And here, right, since I don't feel any pain, I can really press into the ground, roll it out. And now our feet are warmed up. They got some good myofascial release, and they also got some good movement in. So first exercise we're gonna do is foot balance with switching the stick around, right? So here, I can balance on my right foot, and let's always keep this at 90 degrees, just so we have that standard, right? 90 degrees can be our standard. If we want to raise it higher or lower, sure, fine, but let's let our standard be 90 degrees. And we're gonna have this stick in front, and we're gonna have it travel to our right side, keeping that balance. And then we bring it in front of us, switch hands, right hand is in front, and let it travel to your left. And we're gonna do this 3 times each way. And bring it back forward, right? And for you to keep balance, you're digging that right toe into the ground. You saw how my right hand wanted to go to the left, to the right. That was for me to use balance, but we don't want to use our hands for balance here, right? It's not a tightrope that we're walking on and using our arms. We really want to use our feet to give us balance. Last one here. It is okay if you mess up, right? That just means you're giving it more effort. And done. And now we do the other side. And also, you can do this with weights, right? If the stick, my guess is it weighs about 5 pounds, maybe a little less. If you do it with a 10-pound weight, right? All of a sudden, it gets to be a little bit more difficult. So now on my left foot, and I'm gonna have that stick go to the left side. And it's gonna be easier on the side that your leg is planted. Right? Now this is gonna be the harder side. So I really have to focus on digging that left toe into the ground. And now I also have to be mindful in my case, because there is some discomfort there, right? So now if I feel it getting worse, then I'm probably maybe use my right foot for support. I'll be very quick to put my right foot down, right? But if not, you're using that left toe, engage in that left glute to keep you balanced with these stick switches. Oh, and there's no shame in using the ground for balance, right? A lot of times I like to say that's showing you're giving the effort, that you're working. Because neurologically, you understand the task at hand, right? Task is keep this leg 90 degrees, hands in front. So every time you're wiggling, that's just, all of a sudden, we're telling our body that, no, we'd like for it to do this, and but it didn't do that, but you come back to it. So that's telling your body what not to do, and that's the growth that you're looking for. So next one that we're gonna do, very similar, it's gonna be a halo though, right? So now, same thing, we're going on one foot, hand in front, and you're doing a halo around your head here and bringing it back. So a little bit more movement, a little bit more stimulus. And look, you can make up any type of movement, right? To just try to throw you off balance. Literally keep you on your toes, right? Although here we're whole foot planted. Think about this exercise being on your toes. That would be something. And let's switch. Now your right leg is 90 degrees. And let me know if you think it's easier for me to cue, easier for you if I mirror you, right? So I would say your left leg is up right now, and you're gonna halo to your right side, both ways, each way. And I do encourage that while you're doing these moves, you have a mirror in front of you, so you can see me maybe out the corner of your eye, but more so, you're looking into a mirror to do these moves, right? So you can really see how it's working for you. Because a lot of these things, you want to be able to assess where you tend to lean, right? To find those differences in you, and all of a sudden, that's the opportunity. And now we're finished with our movement here, with some foot balance, strengthening our feet, activating our feet, getting that neuromuscular connection with our feet. We'll finish it off with a good morning hinge. And the stick is going to be placed on your shoulders. Let's keep our arms in 90 degrees. Feet are going to be shoulder width, slight bend in our feet. We're going to sit back. And you're aiming to keep your back flat, as well as your lower legs vertical to the ground, and up. 4 more here. We hinge forward, up. You can slide your hands out a little further now. You hinge forward, up. We have 2 more. Feel free to slide your hands a little further. And 1 more, just to give our legs a little bit of a cool down. Maybe your hands are in a T now as you hinge forward. And come up. And that right there is mobility loading, right? So we got 5 moves in there to work your feet, and with the hinge, we cool down our legs. You can use this as strength work, right? If you had a loaded bar, or this is just something to get your legs going. Maybe you're sore, you went for a run, or you're about to go for a run, right? Activating those feet. It's where it starts from. It's what's rooted into the ground. So with these, if there's any exercises, body parts that you'd like for me to cover in the next videos, feel free to let me know, and we keep loading. Go get it.